everyone. I'm Hazem El-Shorbaji, founder and CEO of OPTIMYS. We provide sensors and software to transform the business model of waste collection. So what is the problem? Trash isn't a sexy business, but it's attractive enough to be an $82 billion industry in the US alone, and waste collection alone is half of that. What is the problem? We recycle only 24% of our waste today, while countries like Germany recycle 62% and send nothing to landfills. We believe the problem is for two reasons. In the US, this industry is controlled by a few large corporations, and secondly, Europe has been investing in new technology and business models, and we haven't been. So let's take a look at how our ancient waste system works today. Unlike water and electricity, we pay the same fixed bill for trash every month regardless of how much we recycle or landfill. On the other hand, haulers pick up waste containers on a fixed schedule regardless of whether they're overfilled or empty. So with this system, no one has an incentive to reduce, reuse, or recycle. The haulers aren't going to change that business model, but we will. And the way we do that is by providing two solution platforms. On the residential side, we install RFID chips on our curbside bins so that residents can pay only for what they throw and get rewarded for recycling. We also provide an app so that cities can engage with residents and educate them on best practices of recycling. And on the commercial side, we provide fill-level sensors that get installed on waste dumpsters to shift towards an on-demand pickup model. So our business model is simple. We charge one-time installation fees and ongoing transaction fees. Our market size in the US is over $15 billion, and we're fortunate to be in Dallas-Fort Worth, where the addressable market is $82 million. And we have a three-phase go-to-market strategy. In the first phase, our goal is to establish partnerships and pilots with early adopters in Texas. So we specifically target cities, universities, and small haulers that have ambitious zero waste goals. In phase two, we intend to use the results from our pilot to invest smartly in new software and sensor technologies that solve tough problems in this industry. And by 2019, our goal is to have proven our model to be a sustainable alternative to the status quo, paving our way for rapid growth. I'm the CEO of OPTIMYS. This is my second startup. I was fortunate enough to win the Texas Business Hall of Fame award. Matt is our strategy expert with over 15 years of experience. Paul is our business development champion, and Shyam is our technology expert. Myself, Paul, and Shyam did our MBA together at UT Dallas, and Matt was our advisor at the time, so we've been working together for a very long time. Thank you.
So I know that a company called Rubicon Global that's really well funded. I mean, they even went so far as hiring like the CTO of Uber or something like that. Is trying to do this sort of thing. What if you could talk about kind of your competition, maybe how they or anyone else might try to play with that?
So I think Rubicon Global is a perfect example of how big the opportunity is in this space in the US. They've raised $19 million so far. Leonardo DiCaprio invested in them because he believes in the potential. But what they do different is they're not using sensors. They're using relationships with cities, municipalities, bringing haulers on board onto a portal. While what we're trying to do different is become the digital space for waste management. So we're focusing on the sensors and software aspect, but definitely we see the space as a blue ocean in the US, and we can potentially partner with them, providing sensors and software.
So I'm at this to this. Are you actually going to operate to go out and get this, or are you going to work with someone else and just tell them when to go where?
So
are you going to be going out to pick up the material, or are you more of the technology?
We're just the technology provider, yeah, exactly. So what we do is, example, we install RFID chips on curbside bins, provide the software, the dynamic pricing, the algorithms, and then we just charge a transaction fee because we host the data on our servers.
And what exactly are you measuring with the sensors on the curbside bins? Is it sort of how many times it's open? Is it the level of fullness?
Yeah, so for residents, it's just IDs, every person's curbside bin, so that when the truck comes, there's an actual RFID antenna and receiver that is able to ID it. And there's also a load sensor that measures the weight of how much recycling materials is deposited. So at the end, you know, as a person every month, how much I recycle, how much I threw away to landfill.
Have you estimated the savings it will create for the waste management companies?
So on the RFID for the residential sector, we haven't estimated that. The main goal is to reach zero waste goals. A secondary benefit is optimizing the operations, but we haven't quantified that yet because it is a secondary benefit. On the commercial side, moving to on-demand pickup model, we estimated that saves about 20% of transportation costs.
And is contamination, is that a consideration in this? Pay as you throw, you know, can have all sorts of implications on the recycling stream and the quality of the materials.
Yep. That's a very good point. In Europe, they've developed these pay-as-you-throw programs, but they also have systems where they inspect the waste to make sure there is no contamination, because you don't want people to just be recycling and putting anything in there. One of the tough problems we want to solve when we're working with an oil and gas company to come up with a sensor that senses contamination. So that's down the line in our phase 2 of our meeting.
Great, thank you for that last